Near AI, what did you ship this week?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone watching this live stream. My name is Cameron Dennis, and today we are entering our third episode of What Did You Ship This Week with Near AI. We have an amazing group of developers and founders in the ecosystem going to be presenting a little bit about what they're doing, what they did over the last week. For those who've been at ETH Denver, very clearly know that Near AI team has been shipping a lot. Eric will be talking a little bit about what we're doing internally, but this space is really intended for the ecosystem to essentially provide a engineering stand-up to show everyone what they've been shipping. So we have an awesome crew today. We're going to kick it off first with Robert Yan, who's been contributing a lot to Eliza over the last couple of weeks. Then we're going to move on to Aaron from Krenix to talk about some DeepIn work that they've been up to and how they deployed their EVM contract on Aurora. Next, we're going to go through Intellects and our friend Omar, who will be talking about activators management and model training on devices. And then after that, talk with Zahid from Jutsu about all the progress being made on the Near AI TypeScript SDK. Moving on to Shu from Mizu to introduce Curryfy and the app built on top of Mizu, super exciting. And then we have intern Barry with Strawberry AI to talk about Berry Chat and R3 that recently launched. And then to close it out, we're going to be kicking off to Eric from Near AI. So without further ado, actually, before we hop into that, I just want to quickly highlight some of the cool things that were built that are not here that was announced at ETH Denver. And one of them was a TEE-enabled agent hosting with the Near AI Hub, which is incredibly exciting. We're going to come out with some blog posts and some tutorials around that. Additionally, there was Near Cloud Operator agents. So now there's an agent that can actually manage your browser for you. You can give it these pretty awesome commands, and it will literally go around and click. And so we showed a demo at ETH Denver, or at an event that we ran separately than ETH Denver, that booked Airbnbs for people. So pretty cool. There was another one for the assistant that was showing how you can buy headphones with just natural language. And Eric will probably dive into some of these more details, but it's been an incredibly awesome week on the Near AI side for shipping. And then we also just want to flag, we're running a hackathon in San Francisco on Friday, March 14th and 15th about building useful agents. As we've all sort of seen, a lot of these agents are cool, they're fun, but they're a little gimmicky and not totally useful for enterprises or startups or everyday consumers quite yet. So we're running a hackathon called Useful Agents Hackathon in San Francisco, March 14th to 15th, with Electric Capital and SF Compute. So a lot of cool stuff coming through the pipeline. More to come probably after, but just to kick off the space, I'm going to pass it off to Robert to talk about what he's been up to on the Eliza OS. Robert, I'm going to bring you up the stage. And just for some house rules, welcome, Robert. Please be careful when you share your screen. Only share the tab that you are intending to share, and we don't want to make any mistakes. So
yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. So yeah, take it away.
See my screen?
No, not yet, no.
Okay, give me a second.
Take your time. Oh, yep, I see it. Bring it up on stage now. Boom. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to pretty much call people off. Everyone has around 7 minutes. We're starting a little bit late, so this might be a little delayed. But Robert, you have about 7 minutes. Okay, take it away.
Thank you, everybody. I'm Robert. I have been working in the ecosystem for like over 4 years. Very happy to join today's session. And today I want to talk about the Eliza and the Near agent stack. And so, what is it? So first of all, in this stack, we're going to building all the agents with Eliza, which is very powerful framework that it supports a very interesting plugin ecosystem that you can talk with all blockchains, and you have a lot of AI models to choose from. And what else? You have the various adapters for your database and the vector storage which can be used to manage the memory of your agent. Also, it supports a lot of clients. So we really like this framework, and also we have a very strong community today, and we are using it as a core to build the agents. What else? We are using AI as a hosting platform for the agents, because it first It's very friendly for beginners, especially providing the free inference API and the hosting service for your agents. And it's also provides very powerful AITP protocol for payment and the communication among the agents. So you're not only building agents, you're building a business and make your agents able to be monetized. Also, we are EAI provide PT features to protect the privacy of agent and its users. And for open web and crypto, we are using Near protocol because it's very performant and sharded blockchain. Also, it provides a lot of cross-chain features to interact with multi-chains via chain signatures like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Also, we have a new intent to do cross-chain swap. So combining all this together, we have this very powerful agent stack that you can using all the frameworks you're already familiar with to build the agents in Eliza. You can use all the plugins you want, but also you can host the entire agent within Neo AI. You can use the free LLM APIs, and you can use their payment features. You can use privacy functions with your TE and do the discovery easily with all the features we have. What's more, we have developed several plugins for you. Like we have a Neo plugin that you can use to interact with Neo blockchain. But we have a multi-chain plugin that can use the same Neo account, but you have the derivation passed with the Bitcoin account and the ETH account you derived to interact with the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, etc. with no efforts. Also, you can still use other plugins like image generation in your agent and with all the existing clients and database, etc. So it's very powerful framework, not only for near blockchain, but also you can use the same framework to build agents for other blockchains and use all the existing plugins in the ecosystem. Yeah, that's why we need this agent framework, because it's not only open source, it also has a very strong community there from both Near and Eliza. Also, it has a modular design with its plugin ecosystem. It also has great support for privacy, payment, and existing as a seamless support for multi-chain features. And it also has free inference and hosting service. And the most important, it's a world-class stack, not only for building like toys and demo projects. It's a serious ecosystem that framework that used to build this real businesses and even unicorns in the future. So how to start? If you want to try this framework, now you can just visit this link and you will see all the plugins and the features we have included there. You can just use all the existing actions, like you can just send this message to the agent. It will use your Nia account, but using the chain signature features to send the Bitcoin to another account with the single message. It's very, oh, sorry. You cannot see that's another tab. I just shared this one, but you can just open this link and have a try. So yeah, what's more, we want to extend this framework more in future. Like we want to really host the Eliza agents on your AI, so it can benefit from the AITP payment and like the T privacy environment features. Also, we want to include the near intents actions by write the maiden work there and have it in the multi-chain plugin. Also, we'd like to extend the near plugin to include more actions from different depths. And very interesting plugin we want to develop is a Bitcoin plugin that not only support the native action for Bitcoin, but also we want to use a Satoshi bridge to make it possible to request chain signatures with your Bitcoin account. So you can use a Bitcoin account to do all kinds of cross-chain feature I just mentioned for Neo account. Also, you can use that to do the cross-chain swap powered by the Neo intents. Even we would like to extend our features to support this shared agent plugin, that we can use this agent to empower all kinds of smart contracts to be very, very powerful. And if you want to learn building agents, we also provide some tutorials for you. Please take a look if you're interested. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to share. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, this is awesome. Like,
Thank
this
you.
is, I think,
I
the
will stop
way.
sharing.
Yeah, you can stop sharing. I can take it off too. I'm so excited about this integration because what this will enable is any agent that is built with Eliza has the option to transact across any chain. So agents aren't going to care what blockchain they're deployed to. They just want to go where liquidity and users are. So I think this is like a fundamental shift for the entire agent space. And the fact that they get free and private inference, I don't know what else people would want, frankly. Oh, besides distribution. And Eric might talk a little bit more about distribution later. But Robert, this is incredible. And again, thank you for creating all of the online education materials. Like, everyone that's watching this that does have a small community, like a developer community that you like to educate, take these materials. They're for you. So Robert, thank you so much. It's amazing having you contribute to this, and super excited to see what's to come. And I think that this is actually a playbook that will be kind of iterated again and again and again for every agent framework. So free, private, multi-chain inference for everybody. Robert, is there anything you want to add? Like any Twitter account people should follow you at? Anything else?
Yes, you can follow me at RobertZero if you want, and hopefully I can share more about updates for this framework in future. Thank you.
Awesome. Yep. Great. So Aaron, we're going to bring you up on stage. If you don't mind just turning on your camera. Welcome, welcome. It would be great for you just to give a quick overview of yourself, a little bit about your background, a little bit about your company, and then what you shipped this week.
Yeah, sure. So this is Aaron. I'm a founder of Chronox, a project that's utilizing edge computing for AI tasks. And before founding Chronox, I was working in Google for over 10 years, mostly in Google search research, working on AI stuff. Was involved to first engineer of the TensorFlow Lite on NLP, and also the Gemini, working on the LLM factoriality and many other stuff. So today I am going to share our effort on shipping, deploying Chronox on Near, and a lot of details here, how we solve the challenges here. So first, let's introduce what is Chronox. So for Chronox, we are doing things differently. There are tons of deepin projects, and for most of projects you see, you are using those deepin GPUs just like you are using on AWS. You select which GPU from which provider they are providing, and log into this GPU and use it. And for Chronox, we think that if we want to build a purely permissionless and trustless protocol, we cannot provide this kind of functionality. What we're doing here is for any incoming API, we are going to schedule this to remote edge nodes, and execute this on edge nodes, get result, and we do verification on this result, and send back result to the client. So we focus on two things: task scheduling and consensus protocol. Here is our protocol. So for any AI task, we are going to schedule this through a blockchain. We are going to schedule this on 3 nodes. 10% chance we are going to schedule on 3 nodes. Only if the 3 nodes return the same result, we claim no one is cheating on us. And for the rest of 90% of tasks, we are going to execute by single node. So overall, we have 10% of tasks executed by 3 nodes, 90% of tasks executed by a single node. Suppose I'm a node, I need to stake 10x token before executing any task. So I have 10% chance to get my 10x token be slashed, which is economical unwise to cheat on this network. The amazing thing here is everything here is coordinated by blockchain. So there's no server for this protocol. This is why we can achieve permissionless and serverless. Everything looks perfect until we deploy it on chain. So what can you expect? What are the problems here? So the challenge here is because everything is depend on blockchain. So everything is everything is called by the smart contract. And for any single AI task, we are going to trigger multiple smart contracts. And due to the nature of the current blockchain infra, it's very expensive and slow. So here is our solution. We are trying to deploy. We start our project as EVM smart contract on Substrate, but when on Near, we noticed that Near is not EVM native. But luckily, we have Aurora, which is EVM compatible, to bridging our smart contract to Near. But as I mentioned, because of all these challenges ahead, we cannot deploy directly to Aurora. So we need to implement our own OP stack to make sure that we can make efficient execution on Aurora. So here's what we're doing. We have thousands of nodes, and we currently not have thousands of apps, but we have a few apps that are running on top of our API. So there are still thousands of the EVM contract transactions every minute. So what we're doing here is we deploy this on the OP stack with our own sequencer and pack this contract to Aurora. So in this way, we have much fewer transactions. So we have much less transaction costs and much faster execution with this sequencer. So in the future, we are going to make it a general solution for EVM L2 chains on Near. Hopefully, this can also support other EVM contract to deploy on Near. So so every project, they have their own OP stack as L2, and Aurora can handle this, and they can bridge into Near without any effort. So right now, we are solving this problem. That's it. Thanks.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming. And what's the best way for people to follow up with you after they want to learn more?
Sorry, what's the question again?
What's the best place for people to follow up with you or the team?
Okay, sure. So follow our Twitter account, that is Crynox AI, CRYNUX AI.
Awesome. Cool. Well, it's great to have you. And up next, we have Omar. So thank you, Aaron, taking you off screen. Welcome, Omar. Welcome back.
Hey, Cameron. Thanks a lot.
And for those who may not have seen previous episodes, can you just give everyone a little bit of background on yourself, about Intellects, and what you shipped this week?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Omar. I'm co-founder and CTO at Intellects AI Protocol. What we are building is an agent, a framework, and an infrastructure for agents, interoperability and coordination for multi-swarm architectures. That means from decentralized federated learning for the building of intelligence, asset registry, such as agents, models, data sources, and contribution incentives, and a lot of things more that we will speak in today.
Amazing. Do you have a screen you want to share?
Yes, I do. On the meantime, last week, for those who doesn't remember, we have been speaking about what our framework does, and we show some demonstration on how agents, coordination, and execution happens behind the scenes. Today, I want to show what happens on the token holder side of things, and at some point, we will also show what happens on the business side. So today, we will focus on what we call our activators management platform. But first, it's important to understand what we call activators. And like any protocol, we have our own names out there. The way we call agents, whether it's individual agents or swarms, and for us, there are activators. And those are agents that are managed by Intellects token holders, somehow becoming their digital force. It's like putting agents at the service of people to do particular tasks. In our case, is to solve business problems that we call activations, and they are composed by one or more tasks. One simple example related to what I presented last time is I want to improve baby rib sales by 30% on my business. So I'm a sales rep. I have a product to sell to restaurants, and I need some help from the AI to solve this. So that's for us is an activation that will be divided and break down into smaller tasks. The way this works is that any Intellects token holder can own and manage those activators by what we call active staking. So instead of putting some tokens there, not doing anything, for us is you put those tokens somehow to work and making those activators smarter and faster. That's the simplest way to explain it, to solve tasks within activations. When a task is solved, then those activators will receive rewards. But in general, all the different kind of contribution over our platform that are related to solving a task will get rewards. That's contributing data for training of the models, validating that data, validating the outcomes, training, providing compute, and more. Let me move to the next one. The way this works is, of course, by leveraging near AI capabilities. You have been presenting a lot of the different capabilities we will be using in the near future, such as discovery, payments, and many more. But on the other side, we are also using the Intellects AI protocol when it comes for the collaboration, particularly how the intelligence is built, how the federation of that intelligence happens, keeping privacy on the different members that are contributing that intelligence, how the interoperability works, and all the different incentive across agents and the different stakeholders happens. And interoperability is it's a very important topic for us on the way agents, depending, regardless of the network and the framework that they use, how they talk each other, how they achieve consensus and stuff like that. And finally, also leveraging the data pipelines and when I mentioned about intelligence building from the Intellects AI protocol as a decentralized federal learning, as a registry, and more. What I want to show today is the way, how that activator management platform works, what we see as activators, activations, dashboard, and so on. I try to go very quick so we don't lose time, but mainly we will see how it looks when you are not logged in, how it looks, the dashboard, the activators, how I can create, assign, and stuff like that. I hope we are still looking the same screen. No, I will have to change quickly.
Activators management. Okay.
Yeah, let me share again. Yeah, I should do this. Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. Just as a heads up, we are still in the process of connecting Near Wallet. This was an older version that was EVM based, but this is the way you can see the different activators that are online and the different activations that are there where you can apply some of the activators to solve those tasks. Of course, each activation will have a description. Depending on the complexity of the activation, might need more or less activators, might have some that are running, if it has federated, what's the topic about, and some more information. When I get in, let's connect, should come back. Awesome. Immediately, I will look at my dashboard and I will see, the tokens I have available, the ones that I have staked on different activators, how many working activators I have, and how many I have that are available to assign to some work. I can see some numbers. We're trying to make this very, very simple for any token holder that doesn't need to understand too much about AI training models and stuff like that. So we try to, put it in a way that is making it faster and smarter. Behind the scenes, that means that you will have more trained agents available, that you can do more training on those agents. And that's the way you can kind of play a game, because some of the tasks might not need to have such a powerful activator. So it's not just, I have the smartest activator and the fastest activator. You might be overspending unnecessarily. So you can see on the different activators you have, how they are working, how much accuracy, the feedback you are getting from the different tasks that are being solved, how it's going on, and you can act on that and you can change some of the features. Of course, you also have a job board where you can see different task that needs to be done. So it's kind of, applying your activator to a particular job. And at the end, if it solves, and it wins the race for solving some of those tasks, you will be earning rewards for fulfilling that.
Hey,
and I think I'm running out of time.
Yeah, we're running out of time, but this is super exciting. Thank you for sharing. Is there anything else that you want to, tell everyone to go follow you at, or anything that they can do in the meantime?
Yeah, absolutely. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram. We have, again, a lot of things to show, one at a time, and we will need everyone's contribution. There will be a lot of things to do within the ecosystem we are building.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming. And next, we're bringing up Dylan from Pond. Dylan, welcome to the stage. We can't hear you. I think you have to go change the settings in the app to make sure it's connected to your headphones instead of the computer. Great. Zahid, actually, do you want to? We can swap people. Zahid, if you're ready to go next. Great. Howdy. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah. So
Welcome back. Yep. But again, for those who might not know you, have not watched the previous ones, please introduce yourself, a little bit about your background, what you're building with Jutsu, and then what you did this week.
Okay. So hey everyone, I'm Zahid, founder of Jutsu, and Jutsu is a kind of AI agent platform, and we are working with Nia to build a TypeScript SDK for Nia AI agents. So Nia have this ambitious goal of kind of building 1 trillion agents, and I believe if we want to achieve that goal, we have to bring all the web developer into building agents, and the best way to bridge that gap is the TypeScript. So we are working on kind of building and improving the TypeScript developer experience. So let me share my screen. Do you see my?
Not yet. I have to add it to stage, but there we are. Great.
Okay. So let's do that. So this week, basically, what we did is we I onboarded few users and kind of observe how they install Nia SDK and what are the challenges when you kind of install and kind of start trying to build an agent. And that was a really great learning experience. And we also built over 10 agents. At the end, I will show an example of real agents that produce some great result. And then finally, the getting started guide for TypeScript is in the pull request. So probably in a day or two, that will be added in the Nia documentation. I also added a image generation method in TypeScript. So from TypeScript SDK, now you can not only generate text, you can also generate images. And tonight, we are going to run a workshop on Nia TypeScript SDK in SF Node. So SF Node, for background, is the largest Node.js and JavaScript community in the Bay Area. So I'm excited for that one. Some of the stuff that we'll do next week is kind of building more agents, onboard more users. We will start creating some video tutorials because it's very important, and adding new features in TypeScript SDK. And this is an example where we build a kind of a agents that write children's book. So I'm going to show my code. Cameron, just tell me like you see my screen.
Yep, you see it.
IDE.
It looks great.
Okay, perfect. So this is an agent on JavaScript, TypeScript agents that take a topic, it write a books for children's for any topic that you want to teach your kids. So basically, it create a books, it create the chapter. For each chapter, it generate an image, it add those image, and then at the end, it create a PDF book. And the result is this one. So you can see the adventure of Kyoto and his magic garden. And this entire children's book, this book was written by, you can see Llama 3, Llama version 3. And it produced really good result. We have a bunch of other books that I tried. So books about gratitude, with all these chapters. So this is a book about gratitude. So you can see it's a beautiful book with great image. So I believe kind of a TypeScript SDK is getting really in a great stage in a few weeks, where we can build real world application using TypeScript. And just look into the docs.near.ai, and we'll keep updating the TypeScript doc. And in the future, we'll create a kind of a cookbook where you will have different example, including this one, like creating a book using AI. Yeah, so that's kind of my update. And if anyone have question, I'll be happy to kind of answer.
Yeah, we haven't mastered the question piece to this yet.
Okay.
But, I'd love for you to send me these
Yeah.
links. If you can send me just the agent links, that'd be amazing.
I have
read
that.
through them. Beautiful, thank you. This is super exciting. Like agents that are doing useful things. Like who would have
Yes.
thought? And so,
And by the way, if you have a kids, like definitely go write a book and print it. They'll love it.
I mean, it's amazing. I know some people on this call have kids. I'm not going to call them out, but try this out. You know, use these agents and provide feedback. You know, we're always here to help. So, Zahid, thank you so much. Incredibly exciting. Please send me the link so I can drop them in the thread. And next, you know, hopefully, Dylan, how are you feeling? Can we hear you? Bring you back on. Where did he go? And Dylan's gone. So, next, Barry intern, are you down to come up next? Just give me a thumbs up. I can see you in the great. Welcome to the.
Hey, Carol. How are you?
It's doing great, man. Living the dream. So, can you give everyone just a short background on yourself, what Strawberry is, and then what you guys ship this week?
Yeah, I'm I'm the CTO of Strawberry AI. We're basically solving search and execution via AI agents on the crypto world. Basically, we're trying to solve every question you may have to ask for both research and trading or bridging or swapping in general, cross-chain wise, without you even have to think about the chain you're using on. And yeah, one piece of the time we're achieving this goal. Started by this week, we released just a tiny piece of the infrastructure, which is not so tiny, which is Berry Chat, which will be the house of, or the home of our AI agents. And yeah, I'm gonna share my screen so you may have a look. Let's see.
I'll have to pull it up, but I'll probably see it when it pops up.
Hope you can see the screen. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess so. Basically, yeah, I just for the sake of time, I share some common question that you can ask to Berry Chat R3, which is the latest mixture of agent, super agent, which is basically orchestrating all the tiny agents underneath it. For example, we have the price research agent, the news agents, the Twitter agents, and also DeFi Llama. Many integrated agents towards specific crypto tasks. So, for example, here I'm basically requesting the TVL of Aave, or in this is interesting. I just tried it now, and I asked it to compare Anon versus Strawberry AI, and it not only gave me all the price actions and all the stuff, but also the latest news about them and doing the comparison, because it was using two different agents, one for the prices and one that were looking for the ticker across Twitter. And also, since we're a chain agnostic, let me see if I can find the proper one. Oh yeah, you can basically request the holdings of any crypto wallet. If it's EVM or Solana, it's gonna, or even an ENS domain, it's gonna resolve that and fetch all the tokens that it has. Here I'm asking for the Vitalik wallet in general, and it giving me a summary. I can go deeper and ask it for more. And yeah, if, for example, I'm requesting the latest news about Near, it's basically running on Twitter only by fetching like hundreds of thousands tweets per day and indexing in our RAG pipeline. And it's doing pretty good. I've been following the news about Near, and it's straight to the point. Let's see if I can find some more examples. But yeah, this is just the research phase of Berry Chapter 3, because the next goal will be releasing Berry Swap. The research part is only useful for the user that doesn't want to like go in another place to take his questions, basically. So in order to like allow people to trade, we have to support basically any wallet, and we just, let me see if I can. Oh, sure. Yeah, I guess it's working. Yeah. So basically, it's a, I guess the one of the first chat interfaces that it's Web3 friendly, because you can straight up connect with your wallet. And since we will support trading, you can actually add multiple wallets. And in the moment that you will be able to execute trading and bridging, you can manage multiple wallets inside one single account. You see the text underneath it, which is privy. But it's not the only thing that we achieved this week, because right now we have a huge problem. Even though this is a pretty good interface, we have a problem with mixer of agents architecture, that they are mostly, since there are so many interaction between them underneath, there's little to no feedback to the end user. For example, if I ask, give me the latest news about Barry, it's probably gonna stick over that for like 1 or 2 minutes, because it's doing a lot of stuff. So the next phase for Berry Chat R3 v2 will be providing small thinking steps, and I can show you a demo, because we basically rebuilt the whole architecture this week in order to support that. Let me check. Give me the top protocols of Near. So you can see it's basically in parallel, while it's doing its stuff, you can see it's the RAG pipeline of the agents. It's basically printing out the thinking steps. So the user will have a constant feedback of the operation that the AI agents are doing underneath that, because otherwise it's like you have to wait probably for 1 minute, especially because you are using reasoning models. In this case, it's DeepSeek R3, which is fairly accurate, but also has a lot of thinking parts. And all that you care at the end of the day is the result, but you also have to be entertained. Otherwise, the user is gonna drop the UI. And like this, for example, has already finished, and I guess it's pretty accurate too. Seems like so. And in the meanwhile, if this were on the new UI, you would have seen all the thinking steps, kind of mimicking ChatGPT UIs. So this is going to be live actually this week. This is what we accomplished by rebuilding all the AI agents architecture for this week. And it's going to drop on the chat interface this week. And the next step will be bringing the execution part, which is actually swapping. We already have all the price feeds and the contract address of everything. Like we've been scraping that forever. We collected more than 33,000 tickers with prices updated like every hour. And not only counting all the Twitter posts that we scrape every day. So we're going to integrate by next week the swap interface, and finally bringing also execution to Berry Chat.
This is awesome, man. I have so many questions. I wish we had more time, especially on like data sourcing.
I try to be as fast as possible. So.
No, there's too much, but thankfully we do this every week. So maybe we should probably just do another one, like strictly Q&As at some point. But this is sick. Fortunately, we do have to move on to Dylan, but amazing work. What should people do in the meantime to either test Berry Chat, follow you guys? Like, what's the call to action for the community?
Well, you can already use a Berry Chat. It's at chat.usestrawberry.ai, or just give us a follow on Twitter. We're pushing constant updates. You can search for Strawberry AI or follow me on Twitter. I'm internberry. Basically the reverse of this nickname that I put on the live chat.
Awesome. Okay, so Dylan is still struggling. Shu, are you around? You ready to go? Barry, intern Barry, appreciate your time taking off stage.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shu, are you ready to rock? Yep. All right. Okay. Welcome. So, just real quick, name, background, what is Mizu? What did you ship this week?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Shu, and I'm founder of Mizu. Before founding Mizu, I was like worked in Facebook for like 7 years in data infra and all this kind of Libra stuff. And Mizu I founded Mizu like in end of 2023. And Mizu is basically a network for people to group their laptops together and basically group the computation power of laptops and desktops, all these kind of edge devices, and provide a unified API interface for upper layer applications to use. And we believe that for this kind of edge AI networks, because of the nature of the network, it's unreliable, it's high latency, and there's no SLA. So it's more for them to, it's better, like, basically this kind of network is, it's hard for them to do these enterprise tasks, but they are very good candidate for asynchronous tasks, like batch API provided by this OpenAI, and it can provide like extra benefit. That's why like we're finding, like we're looking forward to some have some asynchronous AI network applications or use cases. So we built one by ourselves, which is Curify. Yeah, Curify is basically today I'm showing like the application we built on top of our network, and underneath like it's using a hybrid network that we use GPU, like the cloud service at the backbone, but like we shift workload to our edge network to reduce the cost. Yeah, so Curify itself is pretty interesting. Like it's trying to it's a platform that you can group multiple Telegram groups and use AI to summarize the data, and then like you can get a summary of all these kind of groups and aggregate them to output to somewhere else. Okay, I will give you a very concrete example of what it can do. For example, like you can have a Telegram account, and then like with this Telegram account, you have 20 groups, and you can basically say these 20 groups could be like Web3 KOL groups. And you say, I want to get some information from these Web3 KOL groups. For example, like what kind of projects are they looking into, and what kind of projects like they're promoting here. Then like it's easy with Curify. You can just like import the account with 20 groups, and then like you can write some prompts and to automatically to generate this kind of information for you. And you can dump the information into another group, or you can dump the information into some other channels like Twitter, whatever thing. Yeah. So it's a perfect tool for you to create content from multiple data sources for yourself and to promote your own branding. And here, like, I also bring the demo. I will I'm not sure if Cameron's still here or not. But
I'm always here, man. I'm just watching.
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to pull up your screen and I'll bring it on stage.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show a demo basically to guide you through, because like it's still under development and we're gonna launch that next week. Besides that, so now what we're launching is a non-TE version, which means you have to give us your session and we can see your messages. That's why I'm so excited about like working with Near together. I think Near is working hard on this kind of TE environment to hosting AI agents, and I think it's a perfect candidate for us to host my application on, because we want to unlock the potential of personal accounts. Basically, anyone, they can host their Telegram account in our network without hesitation, because there's no privacy leakage in TE.
Yeah, we talked a lot about this, so I'm also very excited.
Yes.
Bring it on stage, and I'm happy to make it happen.
Let me
just as a quick time check, we have about 3 minutes.
Yeah, that should be sufficient. Yeah. Can you see the screen now? Okay. Super simple. We're still improving the UI, but like I will show you like how the general workflow works. So you log in with Google and we'll use email, whatever thing. Once you logged in, you will see like 3 things here. Accounts, where you can import your Telegram accounts. You can import multiple Telegram accounts. And once you import a Telegram account, you will like synchronize all the group information into the application. Basically, for example, the account may have like 20 groups, and then the 20 groups will show here. And based on these kind of groups, you can create a collection. Basically, for example, like I have like 3 groups with Near, and I can group these 3 groups into a collection. And based on collection, you can create a data workflow. Say I create data workflow that I want to build a FAQ, for example, for Near's dev community. Then I can put all these kind of Near groups here and create a data workflow. Says, hey, use AI to help me to generate a dynamic FAQ from these groups, and it's auto updated every 10 minutes. That's what I can do. For example, here I can import an account. I will use one of my accounts. It's in my phone actually. Let me see. Let me import my account.
Maybe you don't want to throw your actual phone number on the live.
It's a test account, so it's
okay,
fine. Yeah. Okay, so. Oh, actually, I don't know. Like, it's what's country it is. It's a test account we got from somewhere. And then you can get code. I'm not sure if it's still China. I don't know. What's the country code for 457? Colombia. Okay, it's Colombia. See. Colombia. Yeah. And it's like this. Then I can get code. Then it will send code to my Telegram. I see the code, which is, and then confirm. You will see I need a password, right? I'm typing password and then logged in. This is basically the account importing. You just like import an account like logging a Telegram, and all this kind of login, the password verification happen in the front end. So you don't have to worry that we know the password. And we're also working with some other teams like to host our front end into a decentralized environment completely. So don't have to worry that we update the code so we can know your password or this kind of thing. Okay, it's completely safe. But we will keep a session. It's a session file in our database, and we use a session file to synchronize the data for your groups. So after we import the account, like we have a cron job in backend to run every 5 minutes to pick up the groups. We can call sync now, and it will synchronize all the groups here. Okay, and we add all these kind of groups. We add all these kind of Near dev communities here, and I'm actually working hard to generate FAQ for a dev community. Cameron, so
we would love that. I get too many DMs, so I would appreciate that.
Yeah. We use AI to extract all the question and answers from the groups, and we summarize that with another AI and output that in the website, so you can use that out of box.
Incredible. Man, this is awesome. For the sake of time, we do have to move on. Is there anything else that you want to quickly share with everyone watching?
Yeah, I will share the tutorial later with our Twitter account, so you can try it by yourself. And but now it takes time, so I cannot go through the whole process with you. Okay.
I'm happy to retweet it. So send it my way when it's done.
No problem.
Awesome, Shu. Well, thank you so much for coming, and see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye. All right, we have, oh God, Dylan, where'd you go, buddy? You were just here. Eric, any chance, Dylan's back. Dylan, let's make it happen. Welcome.
Hey guys, so sorry for making this. I was facing some technical issues, and sorry for the waiting. And
Oh, good man.
see you again, Cameron.
You made it.
Yeah.
So, quickly, who you are, a little bit of background. What is Pond? What did you ship this week?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Dylan. I'm one of the co-founders of Pond. What we are doing is we are providing other infrastructure, and also we are empowering the entire developer community to solve crypto problems through on-chain data by training models on on-chain data. So that's what we do. And our project is called Pond, and as displayed next to my name.
Awesome. Cool. And what you ship this week? You have about, let's see, I think it's like about 5 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. So we definitely have shipped a lot of things, and share the screen. So this is our website. So what we've been doing these days is, on one hand, we are working with Vitalik on developing different models for public goods. Also, on the other hand, we are working with some of the killer projects in the space by providing data sets from different data, structured data sets provided by us, and also the machine learning guidelines for them to develop different models on train our on-chain data. So for now, we have attracted around like 12,000 developers. So each competition, they have around like few thousands to 10,000 developers competing with each other. So after the competition, we are gonna integrate the top performing models with our real-time data and inferencing infrastructure to allow them to be commercialized, and which are displayed and posted here. So each of the models represent one of the competition results from different developers. After it has been integrated with our real-time data stream and our infrastructure, we're gonna leverage Near's agent stack and other agent network that we can use by integrating those model outputs to this agent, and users will be able to customize different agents powered by those models to develop some different crypto-native use cases. For example, this is an early prototype that we are about to ship it out in a few weeks. So you have some sort of like a trading co-pilot as an extension. This is an extension with a few agents backed by a few models in different use cases. So on one hand, you can scroll left and right, and you will be able to see behind the scene of each price change on this candlestick of this K chart of this token. What's the reason for this token to pump 5x or 5%, or what's the reason for this token to dump at 20%? Because for every price change, there's a reason. Is it because developer-related wallets are selling, or is it because general market behavior? People are pumping this token or what? So you're gonna have this sort of like a trading co-pilot powered by different models developed by the community, and also they're gonna inject it into a different agent stack here. And also you will be able to see what's the potential price prediction with specific time interval backed by these models. Like for now, on the trading side, we have 12-hour volatility prediction, 6 hours, 3 hours, all developed by different community members. And also we have some other models like weighted risk. And the best part is all those models can work with each other to orchestrate with each other, because at the end of the day, all the crypto-native use cases, no matter going to be security, trading, social, etc., they're all going to be on this same database, which is the on-chain data. So for each models, users will be able to customize and combine them to different agent workflow and to be injected into this extension, and people can essentially use it. So for now, for this demo purpose, we have integrated two agents. One is price reasoning, like what's the reason behind those price change of different tokens. And second is a price prediction, which is backed by multiple models from risk, volatility prediction, risk management models, and relation analyst models, and alpha detection models, etc. So you are seeing aggregated results from different models from different agents. supervised usage of this help. So that's on a high level what we are doing. So from the data side, we've been structuring actual data, and on the model side is we are working with the community to figure out what is the best machine learning guidelines, so we can ship out those models through competitions by providing them required data sets, and people can compete with each other. And after the competition, we're going to integrate some of the best models on these model labs for people to use, and they will be used to power different agents, and different agents can combine and work with each other, curated by different general users to form some sort of a workflow, and those use cases will power different features through this extension. So I'm just demoing this trading use case.
You have shipped so much since the last time we spoke. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It was really exciting. What can people do to kind of get started today?
Sure, yeah. We'll talk later. And also, we really want to leverage Near's agent stack. We feel like Near is really pushing this entire AI space forward. So we are very glad and honored to be a part of it.
Awesome. And what can people do right now with Pond?
So we are gonna have some announcement coming out pretty soon. So I think the best way people can do with us at the moment is to follow our Twitter, and also have put down our Twitter handle next to my name. It's called PondGN. Feel free to follow that. You can keep track of what we are doing.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Super stoked to have you on in the future. Obviously.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for joining. Last but not least, Eric, thank you for your patience, bringing you up on stage, talking about what Near AI has been doing this week. And a lot of the team is in Denver, but a lot of the team is at home shipping. So.
Yeah. Haven't been at Denver, but I've been having a conference-like lack of sleep schedule. Near AI team's been working real hard, getting a lot of things out. We've shipped a ton this week. We've been talking about a lot of it on stages at Near AI, at ETH Denver, and at side events. We'll be posting a lot to our Twitter, but I'll just dive into one thing that we showed off briefly on Tuesday, but it's really cool, so I'm going to show it off again. Let me just get my screen up here. Okay. You're looking at the Near AI interface here. And as you may know, on Near AI, you can write and host agents, AI agents that can do things for you. We've got our own Agent SDK. We've got free inference. We've got, it's a platform to run them. This one is called SoundSage. It's really cool. This is an agent that can make headphone recommendations for you and can go ahead and purchase them for you off of Amazon. So this agent has a server component that can go buy things off Amazon. It communicates with the agent over MCP, Model Context Protocol, which is something that Anthropic has built and is really gaining a lot of traction. But I'm not going to talk directly to this agent. Instead, I'm going to go over to my next tab. I'm going to talk to the Near AI Assistant agent. So what we're going to do live, and we'll see if it works, is I'm going to talk to this assistant agent, and the assistant agent is going to go try to find some other agent that can go buy me some audio equipment. It'll find SoundSage. It'll go talk to SoundSage, tell it that I could use some audio equipment. SoundSage will go and say, okay, here's what I've got. I'm going to go tell the Near AI assistant that I want to buy it. And then we're going to actually literally buy something online right now, because I could use some cheap but waterproof earbuds for running. And we'll see what happens here. So what should be happening here is the Near AI assistant will say, we'll start executing. I'll say, I don't know how to do that myself. It'll talk to another agent called the Discovery Agent. And the Discovery Agent is aware of all of the agents on the Near AI platform. It tries to find something that can go solve this problem for us. It should be now searching through its database and finding, hey, SoundSage might be able to solve this problem for you. And here we go. So now we have sent a message. We've now gone through that whole process. We found SoundSage. We went and contacted SoundSage and said, hey, I need these cheap waterproof earbuds for running. And SoundSage responded with a product catalog. Now, the really cool thing about this is you see it's a nice UI. It's not just text. So there's a bit of a negotiation process happening between this agent and the next agent down the line to say, hey, I support special capabilities. I can show you a special UI for choosing a product that's going to be better than just text. And this is all defined in something else we came out with on Tuesday, our AITP, Agent Interaction and Transaction Protocol. So this is essentially a spec for how agents can communicate with each other and communicate with users for structured data, like showing a product list, asking a yes or no question, submitting a payment, doing wallet operations. So as long as all the AI agents speak this protocol with each other, you can of course communicate over text, but you can also communicate, say, a product grid. So let's see what we got here. These ones are cheap. I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on a demo here. I'm going to click buy now. Okay, so that sends, again, a structured message back to the assistant. The assistant goes and talks to SoundSage, and SoundSage is going to go talk to Amazon. And we're going to see what happens next. Okay, the message came back that we'll need our shipping info. Now, what should happen in the future here is my assistant could know my shipping info, and it should just be able to fill it out and send it right back to the SoundSage agent without having to involve me. But right now, this assistant doesn't know my shipping info, so we're going to fill it out. I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I'm actually going to buy these headphones.
I just took you off stage.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I feel like the Near AI team has too many headphones now. Is there like a headphones charity we can donate to or something?
That'd be fantastic. Okay, I've submitted it. It's now I'm going to let it sort of fall off the top of the screen and the thread. There we go. Okay, perfect. I'm going to share again. Did I get the right screen there? Okay, cool. You guys can see my zip code. I'm a proud Jersey City resident. Now you know where I live, roughly speaking. Okay, so now I got another structured message back, again, from SoundSage through the assistant back to me saying, well, here's my payment request, $9.32, payable to SoundSage. I'm going to connect my wallet. I'm going to pop open Meteor here. It's in a pop-up window. You can't see it, which is for the best. But over in Meteor, I've now connected my Meteor wallet. So now I've got my payment method here. And in the future, you'll be able to add multiple payment methods, whether those are near wallets, EVM wallets, maybe credit cards, because we sort of treat payment as being separate from being able to log in and use your application. So if I click Pay Now, now I've got, and again, you can't see this, but I'm looking at a Meteor approval dialog asking me to send $9.32 of USDC from my Near account to SoundSage. In fact, maybe I can go ahead and share that over, just so you can get the full experience. All right. So here's my transaction approval. $9.32. Heading over to SoundSage.near. I'm going to go ahead and click approve, and I'm going to switch right back to sharing the other screen. Okay, we're back here. We've sent this, and so now this is a message essentially from me saying, here's my transaction hash. This is the assistant sending that on to SoundSage, and then SoundSage is going to go place that order for me on Amazon, and a couple days I should get some headphones. We're also going to send you an email receipt. And so this is live. Like, go to chat.near.ai, and you can go buy something with USDC on Amazon. Works today. Works really great. Check it out. But I consider this to be really not necessarily a demo, but an example of this agent interaction protocol. So what we were doing behind the scenes here, zooming in on my diagram, is like user talks to the client, to the assistant talks to what we're calling a service agent, which goes and talks to a service. And I think that's how the internet's going to work in a few years. So we're just showing that off right now. We're going to be building out that network so that your assistant can talk to hundreds, thousands of different service agents to go do what they need to do, in addition to having all the context about how you want it done. All right. That's one of the things we've done this week.
Yeah, there's so many. And what I'm so excited about is, crypto is now usable for everyday goods. Like you can literally just go on Amazon with your wallet, not have to get a separate debit account or debit card or open up an account with an exchange that forces you to get this. Like non-custodial wallet, you can spend your money on Amazon.
Absolutely.
This is great.
I also want to point out, I think there's a great opportunity to remake what internet commerce looks like, because every link in that chain that helped facilitate that purchase should get a cut of that purchase. The whole system of referral and affiliate marketing and is kind of broken right now on Web 2, and this is a great opportunity to solve it. So we're doing that with AITP. We're doing that with the Near AI Hub. Come check it out.
Cool. What I sort of envision, going back to even Robert's first, demo of Eliza, if we can get all these pieces added to every single agent framework, everything is hosted on Near AI, totally modular. You can go use this across any other app. We were paying for inference, so it's free. And anyone who actually is built agent companies knows that's their number one cost. So we get all these agent developers. It's callable through the assistant. This assistant, or can we talk about white labeling, or is that not yet?
No, sure. I mean, no secrets here.
Okay, great. If we have this assistant that's white labeled, not every company in the world is going to want to, manage their own agent network and manage their own AI assistant. So they're able to fork hours. It calls all the legitimate agents that are added to the hub. So we need more agents that go buy relevant things. But in order to do that, we need better benchmarks. And something that I've been working on in the last couple of weeks is an auditor agent, an agent that audits other agents in order to ensure that that agent that the assistant is calling is not leaking data, is complying with the compliance standards or anything else. And so you can kind of see what's happening here. Agent Cloud, get all the quality agents, assistant, the go-to-market and distribution for the quality agent builders from the cloud, and then lastly is payments. So this is the new internet. It's super exciting. Eric, thank you for joining. Is there anything else that you want to add to before we hop off?
No, but I just want to say you're doing a great job hosting this live stream. It's been smooth as silk, and I'll see you next week.
Yep, except for the first one. The first one was not smooth as silk, but you live and learn, and I appreciate you for coming on every week. It's been great.
All right, see ya.
Awesome, everybody. So that's about it. I do want to remind, we have a hackathon coming up. There's so many events happening in ETH Denver right now. If you are in ETH Denver, the last event that we will be sort of affiliated with is called ETH Rising. That is tomorrow around 10 a.m. We're doing it with Electric Capital and so that's incredibly exciting. We have a paper club in San Francisco next Tuesday, I believe, where we will be unpacking S3. We did skip S1. We did skip the last week in news this week. So next week is going to be a very jam-packed live stream of AI news. And that's about it, guys. Tune in next week. We're going to be doing this again every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, about 2 p.m. Eastern, and more teams to come. So thank you all for joining, and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Near Week.
Jim, thank you.